Well, hey, good morning, Sunday school kids. Nice to see you this morning. You know, the weatherman said it was supposed to snow this morning. I wonder if it's snowing at your house yet, or, well, maybe it'll snow at all. They don't always get it right. And that's kind of what our story about today is, whether we get something right or not. Let me show you a video here that has a dog in it, of course. Well, maybe more than one dog, but I'll let you decide that. For those of you who don't read, you'll see that on this little video, it tells you that the box is a dog shrinking machine. So, do you really think that box is a dog shrinking machine? Probably not. It's probably just a funny little trick thing that they've done. They've got two different dogs, and it's funny, but it's not really true. And that's what we're talking about today, is we're talking about truth. You may remember that we were going to start talking about this stuff called the armor of God. It's from the book in the Bible. It's a letter that the Apostle Paul wrote to these people in a town called Ephesus. We call it the letter of the Ephesians. And at the end of the letter, Paul starts talking about different elements of the Christian life that are a whole lot like the armor that a Roman soldier would wear. And he starts at the most basic level. He starts with the belt. This little thing here that's worn right around the waist, like our belts are worn right around the waist. You know, belts play a very important role. And that's, well, you know, for us, it keeps our pants up. And frankly, if you don't have a belt, then sometimes your pants don't stay up, do they? Now, for the Roman soldiers, they didn't wear a belt to keep their pants up because, well, they didn't wear pants. But it kept all of their clothes together so that when they put their armor on and they were fighting, all the other stuff didn't get in the way. And what Paul says is that for a Christian, well, the belt to us reminds us that one of the most first things we have to put on in our life is truth. Because truth is really important. If you don't know what's true, if you don't believe what's true, and as Christians, we especially know and believe that everything in the Bible is true, well, then you can get in a whole lot of trouble by people telling you that, well, something that isn't true is true. You can wind up doing lots of things because of a falsehood. And I want to say that you're going to live in a world where it's a lot harder to tell the truth than it was for us. You know, we parents are pretty famous for telling our kids how much harder things were when we were kids and how much easier you have it. And I want to tell you something. As you grow up, you are going to have a much harder time figuring out what things are true and what things are fake, what things are false, than we did when we were younger, for all sorts of reasons. So right now is the time when you start to need to be thinking about, you know what? I want my life based on the truth. I want my life based on things that are real. Everything I read is not going to be true. Everything a friend tells me isn't going to be true. And it sure as heck isn't going to be true just because I see it on the internet. But I'm going to trust that when I read something in the Bible, when God tells me something, that it is true. Even if a lot of other people don't believe it, even if it doesn't entirely make sense to me. Because if there's a God who made this whole world and put us in it, and had a plan for us, don't you think that maybe what he's going to tell us is true? I think so. So the first thing you need to do to put on the armor of God is to put on the belt of truth, to build your life on the solid foundation of the truth we know in Jesus' Word, and especially the truth we know about Jesus Christ. that he loves us, that he came and he lived for us, that he died for us to forgive our sins, that he rose again from the dead to show us how powerful God is over evil, and to promise us a life together with him forever. That's a truth we should never forget, and it's a truth that's more powerful than anything else you'll ever know. So friends, work hard to find out what's true, but know always that what God tells us is true. That's the first piece of the armor. We'll talk about another one next week. Hope you have your little figure to help you go through these. If you're watching these at home and you don't have one of these yet, I can get one for you. I have some more that I'd like to get out. Call me, send me an email, call the church office. We'll see that you get one. So, thanks everybody. God bless. Bye-bye.